Have you ever noticed that nobody really warned you about this part of getting older? You knew about wrinkles, maybe about sore knees or reading glasses, but nobody sat you down and said, by the way, after 60, going to the bathroom might suddenly feel like a project? Maybe this sounds familiar. You sit on the toilet, you feel the urge, but nothing really happens. Or it takes forever. You push and strain. You get a little bit out. You stand up still, feeling like you did not finish. Your stomach feels heavy and bloated. Your pants feel tight. You do not feel empty or comfortable. Some days, you might skip a bowel movement completely. Then, when you finally do go, it is hard and dry and painful. You dread it. You worry you will give yourself hemorrhoids or make a hernia worse, and the whole thing leaves you tired and frustrated. Constipation after 60 is incredibly common, but most people do not talk about it. They just suffer through it, blame themselves, or quietly reach for stronger and stronger laxatives. You may have already tried it all. More water, more fiber powder, over-the-counter pills, teas that promise to clean you out, maybe even holding your breath and pushing as hard as you can, only to end up with cramps, gas, or a bathroom trip that does not really fix the problem. It can start to feel like this is just your new normal, that being older means always feeling backed up, uncomfortable, and worried about the next time you need to go. Here is the hopeful truth. Your digestion does change with age. Your intestines move more slowly. Many common medications for blood pressure, pain, mood, and sleep can dry you out or slow your gut. You may not move as much physically as you used to. All of that can make constipation more likely, but that does not mean you are doomed to live like this forever. In many older adults, constipation becomes much more manageable, sometimes almost disappearing, when they gently change what they put on their plate, not with extreme cleanses or strange powders, but with simple everyday foods that help your gut pull in more water, form softer, bulkier stools, and keep things moving along without so much strain. Instead of relying only on harsh laxatives that can sometimes make your bowels lazier over time if you overuse them, many doctors and dietitians encourage seniors to think first about food, certain fruits, certain whole grains, certain seeds, certain cooked vegetables, and even certain healthy fats can act like natural helpers for your intestines, giving them something to work with so they can do their job. When you eat them regularly, not just once in a while, your bathroom trips can slowly become less of a battle and more of a routine, gentle, predictable, less painful. If you are over 60 and struggling with constipation, you might already be asking yourself, are there specific foods that could actually help me go more regularly? Am I eating things every day that make my constipation worse without realizing it? Is there a way to improve this that does not leave me chained to a laxative bottle? And if I do make changes, how long will it take before I feel a difference? You are not alone in wondering. Many seniors feel embarrassed to bring this up. Even with their doctor, they say things like, "It is silly to complain about my bowels," or "Everyone my age is constipated." But the truth is, chronic constipation can affect your sleep, your appetite, your mood, even your heart and blood pressure when you strain too hard. So it is not a small issue, and it is absolutely worth taking seriously. In this video, we are going to talk about 6 everyday foods that can gently support your digestion after 60. Foods you can find in a normal grocery store, foods that many older adults tolerate well when they introduce them slowly, foods that can help your stool hold more water, move more easily, and come out more completely, so you spend less time straining and worrying in the bathroom. We will explain why each of these foods can help, how to add them without upsetting your stomach, and how they fit into a bigger picture that includes water, movement, and listening to your own body. By the end of this video, you will have a clearer idea of what to eat more often if constipation is bothering you, how to make small changes instead of trying to overhaul everything at once, and what signs mean. It is time to talk to your doctor because constipation might be related to something more serious. This is not about quick fixes or magical cures. It is about giving your older gut the kind of support it actually needs, so going to the bathroom can become less of a struggle and more of a quiet, normal part of your day again. And stay with me until the very end, because food number 6 is one that many seniors overlook or even avoid. Yet for a lot of people, it can be the gentle daily habit that makes the biggest difference in how often and how comfortably they go. Now, let us get started. Number 1. Prunes and other dried plums that gently pull water into your stool. Let us start with one of the oldest constipation remedies in the book, and for good reason. Prunes, which are simply dried plums, are like tiny helpers for your intestines. They contain fiber, especially a type called soluble fiber, which acts a bit like a sponge. It holds onto water and helps make your stool softer and bulkier, easier for your gut to move along. They also contain a natural sugar alcohol called sorbitol, which draws water into the bowel and can have a gentle laxative effect for many people. Not in a harsh emergency bathroom way, when used reasonably, but in a slow, steady, let us get things moving way. For older adults, prunes can be especially helpful because you can eat them even if your appetite is small. You do not have to chew a huge salad, just a few pieces of fruit. Many seniors do well starting with 2 or 3 prunes a day, and then adjusting up or down slowly based on how their body responds. Some prefer to chop them and mix them into oatmeal or yogurt. Others like to soak them in warm water overnight and eat them soft in the morning. Some even sip the soaking water as a sort of mild prune tea. The important thing is to introduce them gradually, especially if you are not used to much fiber. Too many prunes all at once can cause gas or cramps, so more is not always better on day 1. If you have diabetes, you will also want to pay attention to how prunes fit into your overall carbohydrate plan. They are still a fruit and contain natural sugar, so count them as part of your fruit servings for the day and discuss with your doctor or dietitian if you are unsure how many are appropriate for you. But for many older adults, a small daily habit with prunes can mean the difference between dry, hard stools and softer, easier ones, turning the bathroom trip from a battle into something more manageable. Number 2, juicy fruits like kiwis and pears that hydrate your stool from the inside. While prunes work partly through sorbitol and soluble fiber, other fresh fruits help mainly by bringing water and fiber together in a very gentle package. Kiwi is a good example. It contains both soluble and insoluble fiber, along with an enzyme that may help digestion in some people, and it is naturally very juicy. That combination can help your stool hold water and move more easily through your colon. Pears are another excellent choice, especially when you eat the skin. They are rich in both water and fiber, and like prunes, they contain natural sorbitol too. For seniors who are tired of chewing dry bran cereal or choking down fiber powders, adding 1 kiwi a day or a ripe pear with the peel washed well can be a much more pleasant way to support regularity. You can slice kiwi over your breakfast, eat a pear as an afternoon snack, or combine fruit in a simple salad with a spoon of plain yogurt. Just remember that, if you have been very constipated, you do not want to suddenly double or triple your fiber in one day. Your intestines need time to adjust. Also remember that fruit is not a replacement for fluids. It works best alongside whatever amount of water, tea, or other beverages your doctor allows you to have based on your heart and kidney health. Ask yourself, in a typical day, how many fresh, juicy fruits do I actually eat? And could I make room for just 1 kiwi, 1 pear, or a small serving of prunes as a regular part of my routine, rather than only reaching for these foods once in a while when things are already very backed up? If you are still listening, comment the number 2 below so we know you are here. And if these conversations matter to you, consider subscribing so we can keep creating calm, practical videos for older adults and their families. Now, let us move forward. Number 3. Warm cooked oats and other gentle whole grains that give your stool bulk without pain. Many people here eat more fiber and picture a giant raw salad, which may not feel realistic or comfortable if you have dentures, a small appetite, or a sensitive stomach. This is where cooked whole grains like oats, barley, or oatmeal blends can be a real gift for seniors. They provide both soluble and insoluble fiber. They hold water well, and when cooked in enough liquid, they are soft, warm, and easy to eat. Instead of scraping its way through your intestines like a dry broom, a bowl of oatmeal behaves more like a moist, soft brush that helps gather stool together into a form your gut can move along. For many older adults, starting the day with a small bowl of plain rolled oats cooked in water or milk and then topped with some of the fruits we just talked about, like sliced kiwi, chopped prunes, or diced pear, creates a triple effect: fiber from the oats, fiber and gentle natural laxatives from the fruit, and extra water from the cooking liquid. You can sprinkle in a few ground flax or chia seeds too, which we will talk about in a moment, and you end up with a breakfast that supports your bowels instead of slowing them. If you are not used to whole grains, you might start with a half-cup cooked portion and slowly increase, listening to your body for signs of gas or bloating and adjusting your pace accordingly. The key is to choose less processed forms of grains. For example, plain rolled oats instead of sugary instant packets, whole grain barley instead of only white rice, whole wheat bread instead of always white bread. These choices add bulk to the stool, help your intestines grip and move material along, and also support heart health and blood sugar control, which is especially important after 60. But, as always, more fiber without enough fluid can actually make constipation worse in some people. So never force huge amounts of grains into your diet without paying attention to your water intake and your doctor's instructions if you are on a fluid restriction. Number 4, tiny seeds like chia and ground flax that act like little sponges in your gut. Chia seeds and flax seeds are very small, but they can have a big impact on constipation when used correctly. When chia seeds meet liquid, they swell and form a gel-like coating. That gel can help soften and bulk up stool, making it easier to pass. Ground flaxseed also provides fiber and healthy fats, and it tends to be well tolerated by many older adults when introduced slowly. These seeds can be a good option if you do not feel like eating large volumes of food, but you want to increase the quality of the fiber you are getting. To use chia seeds safely, it is important to always soak them or mix them thoroughly into something wet, like yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. Swallowing dry chia seeds and then drinking water is not recommended, especially for someone with swallowing or esophagus problems, because the seeds can expand and cause discomfort if they stick in one place. A common pattern is to stir a teaspoon or 2 of chia seeds into a bowl of oatmeal or yogurt and let them sit for a few minutes until they swell, then eat them with a spoon. You can do something similar with ground flax, sprinkling a teaspoon over your breakfast or mixing it into soft foods. Start with small amounts, such as 1 teaspoon a day, and increase slowly over a week or 2 as long as your body tolerates it. Too much, too quickly can cause gas and bloating, which is the last thing you want when you are already uncomfortable. If you are on blood-thinning medication, have a history of bowel surgery, or have any swallowing difficulties, be sure to check with your doctor before adding these seeds regularly, just to make sure they are appropriate for your situation. Ask yourself, could I add just a little of these helper seeds into foods I already eat, such as oatmeal, yogurt, soup, or soft casseroles, so that my intestines get more gentle, water-loving fiber without me having to eat twice as much volume? Number 5, fermented dairy like yogurt or kefir that support your gut bacteria. Constipation is not just about how much fiber you eat, it is also about who is living in your intestines. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, some of them helpful, some of them less helpful, and when the helpful ones are supported, they can assist in breaking down food, producing substances that help keep the stool soft, and promoting more regular bowel movements. Fermented dairy foods like yogurt and kefir, a drinkable cultured milk, contain live cultures, often called probiotics, that can support a healthier balance of gut bacteria in some people. For seniors, especially those who have taken antibiotics, who eat a lot of processed food, or who have had digestive issues for years, adding a small serving of plain yogurt or kefir each day can sometimes lead to subtle but real changes in bowel habits over time, not usually overnight, but over weeks, as the gut environment slowly shifts. The key is to choose plain, unsweetened versions most of the time. Flavored yogurts and drinks can be loaded with sugar, which is not ideal if you have diabetes or are trying to reduce inflammation. You can always sweeten plain yogurt yourself with a bit of fruit, cinnamon, or a small drizzle of honey if your doctor says that is okay for you. Not everyone tolerates dairy well. Some people are lactose intolerant and may notice more gas, bloating, or loose stools with regular yogurt or milk. In that case, lactose-free yogurts or non-dairy yogurts with live cultures may be an option, but their effect on constipation varies. The point is not that yogurt is a magic bullet, but that for some older adults, especially when combined with fiber-rich foods, improving gut bacteria can be one piece of the constipation puzzle, and a simple, gentle one at that. If you have been very constipated for a long time, do not expect yogurt alone to erase it. Think of it as one member of a team of foods working together in your favor. Number 6. Beans and lentils, the food many seniors avoid, yet one of the best for bowels. Here is the food that many older adults overlook or even avoid, often because they are worried about gas: beans and lentils. These foods are powerhouses of fiber, both soluble and insoluble, as well as plant protein and minerals. They add serious bulk to the stool, help it hold water, and feed the good bacteria in your gut, which in turn can help regulate your bowel movements. For a lot of people around the world, beans and lentils are a mainstay of the diet, and constipation is less common where these foods are eaten daily. The problem is that if you are not used to eating beans or lentils, jumping from none to a big bowl can absolutely cause gas and cramping, which is why many seniors decide beans do not agree with me and give up. But often it is not the bean itself that is the issue. It is how suddenly it was introduced and how much was eaten at once. You can think of beans and lentils as very strong exercise for your gut. If your intestines have been sitting on the couch for years with low fiber, asking them to run a marathon on day 1 will not go well. But asking them to walk around the block and then go a little farther each week can be tolerable and even helpful. A gentler strategy is to start with a very small amount, maybe 2 tablespoons of well-cooked beans mixed into a soup, stew, or soft dish, once a day. For a week, notice how your body responds, then slowly increase to a 1/4 cup, then a 1/3, then half, over several weeks, always drinking enough fluids and adjusting based on your comfort. You can use canned beans that have been rinsed well to reduce some of the gas-forming compounds, or cook dried beans from scratch until they are very soft. Lentils tend to be a bit easier to digest for some people than larger beans, and they cook faster, so starting with a small serving of lentil soup may be a good first step. If you have been told to limit potassium, phosphorus, or certain other nutrients because of kidney disease or other conditions, talk to your doctor or dietitian before adding a lot of beans to your diet. They can help you figure out what is safe. But for many older adults without those restrictions, a slow, steady return of beans and lentils to the plate can significantly improve constipation over time, while also supporting heart health and blood sugar. As you think about these 6 foods, prunes and dried plums, juicy fruits like kiwi and pears, warm cooked oats and whole grains, chia and ground flax seeds, fermented dairy like yogurt or kefir, and beans and lentils, remember that they work best together, as part of a pattern, not as one-time rescue foods. Introduce them gradually. Drink the amount of fluid your doctor recommends. Keep moving your body as much as you safely can, and pay attention to how your own gut responds, because your body will tell you when you have found the right balance. Final thoughts. We have just walked through 6 gentle food helpers that can make a real difference for constipation after 60. Prunes and dried plums that hold water in your stool. Juicy fruits like kiwi and pears that hydrate from the inside. Warm cooked oats and other whole grains that give your stool bulk without scraping. Tiny seeds like chia and ground flax that act like little sponges. Fermented dairy like yogurt or kefir that support your gut bacteria. and beans and lentils that many seniors avoid, but that can be some of the best exercises for your intestines when introduced slowly. None of these is a magic cure on its own, and none of them will usually fix months or years of constipation in a single day, but together, as regular habits, they can quietly change the way your bowels work. Instead of dry, hard, painful stools that only move when you strain and hold your breath, you can gradually move towards softer, more formed, easier stools that come out with less effort and more completeness. That might not sound glamorous, but anyone who has sat on the toilet miserable and discouraged knows that a comfortable bowel movement can feel like a small miracle. If you recognized yourself in what we talked about at the beginning, the long waits in the bathroom, the feeling of never being fully done, the bloating, the fear of going several days without a bowel movement, it is important to hear this clearly. This is not just how old people are. It is not something you have to accept as your fate with no questions asked. Your intestines may be slower. Your medications may be working against you. Your body may not tolerate giant salads and raw vegetables the way it used to, but you still have tools, and food is one of the safest, most natural ones you can start with. The key is to be kind and patient with your gut. Going from very low fiber to huge amounts in one day is like asking your legs to run a marathon. After years on the couch, you will end up with cramps and frustration, not success. Instead, think in small steps. Maybe you add 2 or 3 prunes at breakfast, or half a kiwi with your lunch. Maybe you swap your usual white toast for a small bowl of warm oatmeal. Maybe you sprinkle a teaspoon of ground flax on something you already eat. Maybe you start with just a few spoonfuls of beans in a soup twice a week, and slowly build up. You give each change a little time. You notice how your body responds. You adjust the amounts if you feel too gassy or uncomfortable, and you keep going gently instead of giving up after one rough day. It is also important to remember that food is only one part of the constipation picture. Your bowels need water to move things along, and they like movement in your body too. Drinking within the limits your doctor gives you, sipping water, herbal tea, or other approved fluids through the day, instead of going long stretches without any, can help these fibers do their job. So can small amounts of physical activity, short walks around the house, gentle leg exercises in a chair, or even simple stretches in bed. Anything that keeps your body from being completely still all day long. At the same time, there are limits to what food can do on its own. Constipation that is new, very severe, or suddenly worse than usual. Constipation that comes with weight loss you did not intend, blood in your stool, black or tar-like stools, constant, severe belly pain, vomiting, inability to pass gas, or a feeling that you might faint when you strain, is not something to just treat with prunes and patience. Those are signs that you should call your doctor right away, or seek urgent care if your doctor is not available, because sometimes constipation is a symptom of a blockage, a serious illness, or a side effect of a medication that needs medical attention, not just diet changes. Do not be embarrassed to bring this up. Doctors talk about bowels every day, and they would always rather you ask than suffer in silence. If you are already using prescription laxatives, over-the-counter stool softeners, or strong clean-out products frequently, it is also wise to talk with your doctor before making big changes on your own. Some medications are necessary and helpful for certain conditions. Others may be overused or could be adjusted once your diet improves, and only your healthcare team can safely guide that process. Do not stop prescribed medications on your own because of something you saw in a video. Use what you learned here as a starting point for a conversation, not as a replacement for professional advice. So ask yourself, when you look at the 6 foods we discussed, prunes and dried plums, kiwi and pears, oats and other whole grains, chia and ground flax seeds, yogurt or kefir, beans and lentils, which one feels easiest for you to start with this week? Which one fits your taste buds, your budget, and your teeth? Can you picture adding a small amount of it once a day for the next few weeks and seeing what happens? Can you picture pairing that with just a little more movement and enough fluid within the boundaries your doctor has given you? You do not have to do all 6 at once. You do not have to become a perfect eater, and you do not have to fix years of constipation overnight. Even one small habit, done every day, is better than a giant burst of effort that you cannot maintain. Over time, those small habits stack up, and one day you may notice that you went to the bathroom without dreading it, that you did not have to sit as long, that you did not have to strain as hard, that you walked away feeling more comfortable and less worried, and that is a real victory. Thank you for being willing to listen to a topic that many people are too shy to talk about. That willingness shows that you care about your body and your quality of life, and that you are open to change. Even in areas that feel awkward, you deserve to feel as comfortable as possible in your own body at any age. In the comments below, share which of these 6 foods you want to focus on first: prunes, kiwi or pears, oats, chia or flax, yogurt or kefir, beans or lentils, and tell us one small way you plan to add it to your routine this week. Your idea might give another senior a simple, realistic place to start. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member over 60 who struggles with constipation but feels embarrassed or hopeless about it. Your support helps us keep creating calm, practical content to inform and encourage older adults and their families. Thank you for watching. Treat your digestion with patience and kindness, one meal at a time, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.